Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be reacting to a rev video about female, I almost said female, male feminists crashing out over hot chicks in Marvel Rival. Well, Emma Frost being hot. So yeah, okay, so my opinion of these quote-unquote male feminist type, because I knew some so-called male feminist types in the past, because I used to have like friends on like Discord and fucking VR chat. I mean, I met them on VR chat, and I've seen a bunch of these types of people. So with my experience on this, I will tell you what I believe about it. I'm not saying all of them are like this, but I would say 95% of these dudes that claim to be feminists are trying to get laid. Like, they see that, oh, maybe I can get attention from a feminist or of some type of female activist, and if I say I'm offended by what they're offended by, maybe they'll fuck me. That's their mindset, FYI. That's their mindset. And, I could be wrong. Like, not all of them, but all of the times I've encountered these types of people, that's usually it, because after they get turned down by the people, the female that they tried to impress, they immediately go in like an incel rage and like call them every name in the book, and then you never see them again, and everyone cheered because they'd never see them again. I don't know. Not saying all of them are like that. Some of them are just sensitive pussies, but,
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So Marvel Rivals continues to do what it does best, and that is provide fun gameplay and appealing character designs to go with it. And that includes both appealing designs of male characters as well as female characters. Now, recently, Marvel Rivals announced one of their upcoming heroes that'll be released on April 11th, and that is Emma Frost. And as you can see very shortly here, there's a lot of hype surrounding this character, and I think the reasons are pretty obvious. A lot of
when I first saw that costume for her, I just went, damn!
The design here, and it's not anything too new for Marvel Rivals. You can see a more...
Believe it or not, she actually dresses like that in the comics.
Saying, a lot of people are looking forward to getting this.
Emma Frost canonically dresses like that.
And the excitement
look at that meme.
Some people are really
that's me right there. That's me.
If you search up,
I just realized my facial expressions are disabled. I've been having issues
already,
with it tracking my face.
But also, people are very angry. They're
of course,
Marvel Rivals
it's Twitter.
Of many things, of sexism, of racism, even, and they're going.
Yeah,
to
they
the
always try to pull that card.
Which is the worst word that Zoomers have ever discovered, and that is gooner bait and things like that. But anyway.
Okay, I have a question. Why do they find gooner bait like as a negative? That just means you're not the audience for this. So you could just uninstall the game and leave, like a normal person. If you don't like games with because you can't handle ass and titties, you could just, uninstall. It's fine. Like, it's clearly not for you. And keep in mind, the devs don't have to pander to you. They don't really. Like, if they wanted to put fan service in the game, they will, which they've already have, because this is the exact same thing that happened to the Malice costume for Invisible Woman, because, she was super hot and you could see her ass, okay? Like I have the Malice costume for Invisible Woman, which now, knowing that Emma Frost came out, I kind of wish I saved that currency for Emma Frost, but I'm happy with the Malice costume. But yeah, and not only that, I've been seeing the comment, oh, this is gooner bait on games that aren't even, gooner bait. Like on, just because it's showing, oh, look, a female character's in this game, that's gooner bait because she's female. Even though it's just a regular ass character that's clothed and stuff, not even wearing fan servicey costumes. Bruh, what the fuck? Also some weirdo like I know I've already had a video out playing Fortnite with the Hatsune Miku skin. I ran into a weirdo that tried to say that's a Gunner skin. I'm all that's this is how I know you're a tourist in anime because they had like a DBZ skin. They don't know who the fuck Hatsune Miku is, and to me, this is why you gatekeep stuff like anime. Anyway, let's continue. I could ramble on.
Anyways, you see this reply right here saying, sorry, but I find it way too explicit. It's not really appropriate for a video game. They're not even saying for Marvel Rivals. They're saying for video
Bro,
games
I
in
played
general. Let me
Cyberpunk. You
continue.
could have your
Sure,
tits
this
out.
character is often dressed like this in the comics, but nowadays, very few kids read comics, whereas many of them play video games.
This game isn't
especially
for
when they're
children.
first of all, if we're talking about actual children here, they should not be playing Marvel Rivals in
Yeah.
the first place. But this whole sentiment
And by the way, I could see what he's trying to do. He's trying to say, "Ugh, think of the children." But okay, so this thing happened to a different game a long time ago. Okay, so what happened was what happened was a mothers association, aka a group of Karens, saw this video game that you can drink and drive in, and they got offended, and they kept trying to say they tried to take the video game company to court and say you could drive drunk. This needs to be censored. Think of the children. And then Rockstar Games, yeah, it was Rockstar Games, said this game is rated M for mature. It's not for kids. It has so much adult content in there. It has drugs. It has crime. It has murder. It has a strip club. It has a bunch of shit. This isn't for your kid. Why is your kid playing it? And the Karens got offended. And that's what happened with GTA 4. You could still drive drunk in the game. It's just now there's like a dialogue where Nico says, "Oh, I should probably not." I was trying to do a shitty accent and I can't. But yeah, Nico has dialogue when he gets in the car drunk where he says he probably shouldn't drive. But anyway, yeah. So they're trying to use that defense. No, just because it's a free game doesn't mean it's for children. Actual children. They're saying like actual like 8-year-olds or shit like that.
right here is very
I almost knocked down my
depressing. But also true. Very few kids are reading comic books.
Also, keep in mind,
that reality is faced. We shouldn't.
One last
cater to
thing.
it.
Also, keep in mind, most comic books have fucked up shit in them. And keep in mind, a lot of comic books aren't even targeted towards kids. Like, I've seen some Marvel ones that are pretty fucked up and like gory. Like, have you seen Deadpool kills the Marvel universe? He brutally murders every single Marvel character in the universe. And then there's like obviously the zombies one is pretty gory and brutal. And then there's some fucked up shit I saw in the X-Men ones. I forgot which one it was called, but yeah, the X-Men comics are pretty fucked up. And don't get me started on manga.
With video games, like why would you cater to people not reading the comics?
Yeah.
And on top of
This
that,
is Marvel Rivals is totally for like comic book fans of Marvel.
Is probably garbage, anyways. But
I mean,
let's continue
yeah.
on with this as an example of one of the outfits she has worn. It is pretty much a 1-to-1 match.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
with
that
what we're
costume.
looking at with the hero in Marvel Rivals, and you can see another version here. It lines up, but people are not happy. You can see
there it is
saying insane gooner bait. People will say it's comic accurate. That's cool, but it doesn't change the statement.
Leave the
Yeah,
game.
it is important to be comic.
It's not for you if you're offended.
If this wasn't comic accurate, people would be very, very angry and saying that Marvel Rivals is making a sexist outfit here and yada yada yada. But people overusing the term gooner is just exhausting.
Remember
I
when
remember years ago when
goon
if you
meant
called someone a gooner, it meant like
being like a
they're in
mafia
your house
henchman
24/7 with
or the
10
Joker's
monitors
henchman?
playing at the same time while they jay off their entire life. Like that
That's
was what it meant. Now it's just guy who plays Marvel Rivals or guy who has a healthy libido. That's what it's been
I mean, I
reduced to
play
by users
Near
like
Automata.
this.
I've been called
And of
that.
course, you have more users
A
expressing
gooner.
their concern and getting thousands of supporters saying, okay, this is just getting weird now. The over sexualization of women in this game needs to stop. Ooh, we got a male
Yeah.
feminist, but not just any male feminist here. A male feminist who's protecting female drawings. Yes, protecting thy lady in its fictional status. This is just very, very sad that people are so afraid of a little skin in a
Yeah.
video game. And of course, people raise the point here, people used to just see a bad bitch and go on about their day. Now we got to sit through 100 think pieces on why men should be sexualized equally. Now, I'm an equal opportunity person when it comes to
Jesus.
fan service in games. If you want to sexualize female characters, that's
Yeah.
cool. You should also be able to do the same for male characters if that's
If
your
you're into
preference.
that.
It should be equal. If people want to enjoy appealing character designs, everyone should have their preference catered to, whether it's a male character or a female character. I think that is a thing people should be able to agree on. But of course, with Marvel, right?
Namor. Alright, so yeah, there's tons of fangirls in Marvel Rivals gooning to Namor, just so you know. I I like how he paused on Namor because I was about to mention okay, so this happened with the last time some dumbass complained about a skin in this game. It was the Malice skin from the Invisible Woman's Malice skin because she's cheeked up. And there was this chick that complained about it, and she even tried to kind of say only women play support. So who's this? Guess who's the skin's gonna be? I play Invisible Woman sometimes, but yeah, she tried to say only women play support because only she plays support. And she was getting all pissy about people gooning to Malice Invisible Woman. And then they found her older posts of her talking about Namor's ass and gooning to Namor. So, double standards, I guess. Like, I guess it's it. This is how these types of people think. It's double standards. Just saying.
They have examples of heroes with very revealing outfits. In fact,
Yeah,
I think
Namor
there's more
right there.
skin showing here than there is with Emma Frost and other female characters. But of course, our boy Nathan here, the previous user who was complaining about the over-sexualization, would continue on and address that point I just made by saying, and can we stop this dumb comparison acting like these are similar? Both of these men have no cheeks out on display, so please be silent.
Bruh. Do you, do, I kind of want to call this guy a retard, but, well, yeah, he's a retard. He's a retard. Women are gooning to that's what a lot of women goon to, you dumbass. Meanwhile, I'm like gooning to Emma Frost and fucking Malice Invisible Woman.
So I guess a character's only being sexualized if their cheeks are out? Yeah, I don't know. He pulls up basically the two worst examples of male characters, and apparently those are not in any way comparable to what we see on the left.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. But of course, we're talking
Oh,
about cheeks
God.
out. I mean, just like 2 seconds ago, they released a twerking Venom. His cheeks are out. I don't see you complaining about that or comparing it to
That was
what
released
you're
as a
complaining
joke,
about.
FYI.
But anyways, Legendary Drops makes a good
It's
point
in the
that I
game.
didn't think of. So he says in response, love seeing dudes saying we need to stop sexualizing female characters while girls celebrate the designs and cosplay them. Truly, we live in a world.
FYI, that's what happened with the Malice one. So, yeah, despite those dumbass people complaining that, oh, she's too hot or some stupid shit like that, there were also a bunch of chicks that liked the design and they ended up cosplaying Malice Malice, Invisible Woman, and the same thing's probably gonna happen with Emma Frost because there are a bunch of female Marvel fans also that like the cosplay characters. Just saying,
And I think that's a very fair point to make.
especially
You
some.
will see within days hundreds of women cosplaying
Yeah,
as Emma Frost
yeah.
based on the Marvel Rivals design. So I don't really know where people get off kind of telling women what they can or can't do or what they should or shouldn't do, especially when they're basically giving this aura of a male feminist, which is so typical, right? The male feminist actually being a lot more regressive than they are progressive. But also, I saw this and it reminded me of the previous one. This person said, I don't think anyone will successfully pull off this cosplay. That's bait.
It's
This
bait.
guy's playing 4D chess, by the way. I see what this guy's doing. He's
It's
trying to
bait.
get cosplayers to do that in the replies. To
Yeah, yeah. He's going. Nah, I don't think anyone's gonna be able to cosplay that. Yeah, unless you send pictures and as proof, I don't think anyone's gonna cosplay this specific skin of Emma Frost. Yeah, yeah. And if you just say that, I won't believe you. You have to send pictures. Pictures only. I respect it. I respect the bait.
show it off. This
Holy
guy knows
shit.
exactly what he's doing, and I can say I respect the game.
Right?
Let's go back to that previous user who is confronted because it's an account that is standing for Scarlet Witch, right? And someone says, well, one day Wanda's going to get put in the game eventually, right? And they're going to probably give her a very
Wanda's
appealing
already
design.
in the game.
And this is his response. Why the hell would I want to see Wanda over sexualized? That makes me so uncomfortable. She deserves to be respected.
Okay, FYI, so if this guy doesn't know Wanda's already in the game and he's getting offended about her being put in the game, he clearly does not play the game, which Wanda is in the game. I fucking hate her. Whenever I see her, it's on site. But it's either that or this person said, "Oh, she might get a like a costume that might show a little skin." Then maybe that's what he's getting all weird about. But from the sounds of from what Rev said, apparently the comment might have just said, "Oh, what if Wanda gets added to the game?" And if that's how this guy reacts, this guy clearly doesn't play the game. But you know, I'm just gonna assume they talked about maybe she gets a fan service costume, and he's freaking out. That's what I'm gonna assume.
And then this person says, why does sexy equal not respected? And they say, it doesn't. If it's what the person chooses for themselves, which a character obviously can't, but it's when men specifically do it just to fulfill their needs is when
I
they
fucking
start
hate this
to
guy.
no longer respect her.
I think he's
as a
retarded.
character. Oh God, we're talking about respecting fictional characters.
Respecting fictional characters. Anyway, my PC wallpaper is of a niece from Nikkei in the summer outfit. Fuck you. Fuck you. But yeah, like this dude is fucking. I need to put on my fedora and defend this fictional character from being sexualized in this game that has fan service, which I probably don't even fucking play. It's not a real person, sir. It's not. I don't. I've met a bunch of weirdos like this that try to defend fictional characters like as if they were real. It's like when the normies try to do that in fucking anime and like any video game that has fan service, any fucking anime that has fan service. It's like they act like they're real people and they're not, which I don't understand how these people's minds work, but calm down. Wanda's not real, sir. Your waifu is not real. Deal with it.
We have to show respect to drawings.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
don't get it.
kidding me? And this is their argument. They're separating it from real women and fictional women. They're saying because
Shouldn't you?
fictional characters don't have autonomy, that we have to respect them in this
No.
sort of manner. It's
You didn't
absolutely
create the
insane.
character also.
Thy lady, thy fictional lady, I will respect thee.
It's like a
This is
Discord mod
some
for
of the saddest energy
not real
I've seen
people.
in a minute. But also, we have some other comments similar saying, yeah, no, this is too much. This is a game where you kill enemies and stuff. I don't need to see this. If I did, I'd just play one of those poontang games that virgins play to help
I
them
could recommend
jay
you
off since
some.
they can't get a girlfriend, announcing my departure like an airport and uninstalling. Respect. Okay, this person's self-aware. I have to give it to them. They're actually self-aware. I mean, they're implying these sorts of games are for them, but also they make their preferences clear. They don't want to see this stuff in the game, and they're leaving. And if I hadn't read this last sentence, you know
I
what
have
my
a question. Why do
words
people
out of
like?
my mouth would have been?
Why
This
do
isn't an
people
airport.
announce?
You don't have to announce your departure.
Yeah,
That's
why do they
exactly what
announce?
address, so
Like no one
I
cares.
guess kudos to this user for having some self-awareness. But let's continue on. Some people are not happy about these designs, as I've said.
Oh.
This person's saying this game is genuine ass.
Anya. And her name is Raiden fan Anya. Okay, I know this type of Metal Gear fan. She goons to Raiden, but the moment she hears about a female character that someone's gooning to, she gets offended. But, you know, it's okay for her to goon to Raiden. I know this because I've met Raiden fangirls. I mean, the Metal Gear fangirls in general are kind of like that. They're like kind of, well, a lot of them are Fujoshi, so that's why they're toxic. But yeah, I see what you do there. I see what kind of person you are. You're a Raiden fan named Anya. Okay, uh huh. Just shut up and go back to gooning to Raiden. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of ass, okay? I guess you don't like that. Here's another one saying, Gooner devs. They had many better options, but they always choose this type of skin. Yeah, they're choosing what's going to make them a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay, and that includes the male designs. They want to give appealing designs so people will pay for skins. It's a business. And clearly a lot of people like it. You're in the minority here. I don't know if this person is aware of that. But of course, people don't like the design, including this user
What the
saying,
fuck
she's
is that?
ugly, I hate R words.
Okay,
Well, I think we all agree with this sentiment right here, but what does this have to do with this design? Am I missing some critical lore? Am I a true tourist here? Am I missing something?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Here's another one saying, is she trans?
Okay, that dude's just retarded.
This is an amazing moment and the absolute state of Twitter where I don't know if
Also,
this
his profile
person's
picture
trying to make a
suggests he has that
burn,
stupid
or they're trying
zoomer
to
hair.
make some sort of a self-insert or like a
broccoli
some
hair
kind of a
that looks
projection
retarded.
here that they want to see a trans character, like they're genuinely wanting it to be. Yeah, I don't know. Twitter's done that to people. This is at the very least a backhanded comment, I guess.
I guess.
But let's move on. Another one saying Marvel Rivals obsessed with white characters.
Yeah, it's so obsessed with white characters. We got Namor, who's like Latino, because they're going off of the movie version, kind of. Then we got fucking Black Panther. Yeah, he's super white, isn't he? Along with Storm. And then we got like Chinese, like isn't Penny Parker like Japanese or something? And then Iron Fists, I believe. Yeah, there's nothing but white people there. Yeah, because you know Groot is totally a white person along with Rocket.
Of course. This is about race.
They're just trying to find something to bash the game about.
Well, unfortunately for this
because
user,
they're mad.
If you actually have eyeballs and you search around the game, you'll find multiple black characters.
That shark is white.
Hispanic characters, multiple Asian characters.
Yeah.
On and on and on. Like, you're not even trying. Like, this is just, like, bait at this point. It's got to be bait, right?
I guess.
Speaking of,
I guess my favorite Marvel character, Blade, is white now.
Like, they
since he's coming to the game
at this point, and it's gross. It is gross
Uh
to make
huh.
appealing character
Oh,
designs that
oh,
people
ooh,
want.
ooh, ooh, ooh. I just read the name. So Avo, but look at it says that her name is Eternal Yaimiko. Ah, Genshin fans. Genshin fans are the type of people to complain about this type of shit. Or if you also play Genshin, a lot of times they get mad that you don't simp on a character they like. Like for instance, I like Eula. She was hated when she first came out because of her backstory. Well, a lot of people said, "Oh, her ancestors were like evil." I think they were slavers. Probably not. I don't know. I don't follow the all of the Genshin lore. I just know, yeah, her ancestors were bad people. So yeah, you would get hate for that. Anyway, sorry, off topic. But yeah, a Genshin fan. Of course, they would be offended. They're offended by everything.
Might be interested in. Yes, Marvel Rivals knows what they're doing at this point. It's very obvious. Random
Are you
after
winning,
months after
son?
release, still 172,000 in-game players. This game is doing really well, and obviously on the 11th, when this comes out, it's going to be a giant spike once again. People are very excited
Yeah,
about this game. It's going to be in here for a long haul, as it appears. But there were some comparisons being made, and I don't know why these people would ever want these comparisons to be made because it's the ultimate self sabotage.
oh my
Again,
god, they're trying to
Twitter
say
folks don't know if
Overwatch
it's
is
bait or
doing
not
better.
because it's just the status of
Eh,
Twitter
they're
right now. But
not.
they
They're
say,
not.
wow, Overwatch has buried Rivals
No, they
so
haven't.
deep in the past months that they now have to put out naked skins to attract a player base.
This is either a
I don't know if it's
normie
bait or not.
or
I'm just working with what I got here. I'm not a
oh, it's a
mind reader,
Bucks fan. Never mind.
but that's not a comparison you want to make. Are we kidding me? Like 29,000 in-game players versus almost
Does anyone
200,000,
even play that
and
game
they had
anymore?
their recent season
Really?
come out a few months ago.
And it's
They got a little
nosediving.
breath of fresh life here, and then it just tapered right off to now, and it's an all-time low for Overwatch
It just
2. It's always
nosedived like
been a
crypto,
disappointment literally since day
like a
one,
crypto rug
and it's going
pull.
to continue to be one, and the people defending Overwatch 2 is crazy. Here's another one.
Overwatch fan
I never
detected.
want to hear people say Overwatch gooner baits ever
Overwatch
again,
is only
which I'm happy
relevant
people are
because
talking
of
about
the
Overwatch
porn.
2 in any capacity at this point. But also, like, are we really saying there's none of that stuff going on with Overwatch? Like, do you understand there's probably more people watching
That's the
Overwatch Poontang right now than there
yeah.
are people playing Overwatch
That's
2?
the only thing
That's
relevant.
I'm
Keeping it
not even sure
relevant.
if that's impressive or pathetic or both. I don't really know, but that is the state of Overwatch 2 right now. It's just not very good. But
Yeah.
people are also comparing this design to a
Okay, that's
parallel in
Fortnite.
Fortnite, which I think is a bit of an unfair comparison. I don't think the Fortnite one looks that terrible, and it's less
I mean,
skin,
it's
but also
not.
it's Fortnite. What
Yeah.
what are we talking about here? Like, I don't think they're really going for the same type of designs as Marvel Rivals, but
Yeah,
the
Marvel
inevitable
Rivals is
comparison
just.
comes right here. This person saying, I can't imagine why Rivals has been making bank while Concord didn't last 2 weeks.
I
Make whatever you want, but if
I
your
wish I
budget
wasn't
is in the
reminded of
tens
Concord.
millions, and you had damn well better be making something people actually want to buy. And this side-by-side comparison and these similar comparisons will continue forever. Concord has made itself basically the anchor
Jeez.
point, the comparison point for every game that comes out with their character designs. They become the comparison point, and it's always an L for Concord. It's either an
L for Concord.
or it just shows that the other game looks really bad too. And in this case, Marvel Rivals clears it by a mile.
Concord was never gonna
including with characters
last.
that are black, for example. But
Hey, look, Storm.
anyways, that is the latest on Marvel Rivals, and more people crying and pissing their pants over appealing character designs on Twitter. Hey, what's new? But that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah. So I'm sure we all were expecting something like this to happen again with Marvel Rivals because, you know, they don't pander to the Overwatch retards or Twitter schizos that get offended by everything. They just put hot chicks in there if they want to. They'll just put fan service if they want to and not really give a shit because it's making them money, which, good. But yeah, I kind of expected this to happen at some point where there's going to be someone getting offended about something again, and I just sit there with popcorn and laughing at them. But anyway, if you're one of those people that got offended because, oh, look, fucking Emma Frost is showing some skin and she's hot, get the fuck off my channel. I'm just gonna say that. Get the fuck off my channel. We here in No Name Industries approve of fan service. It's called No Name Industries because I don't have a name. Anyway, if you enjoyed this reaction, and holy shit, it went on a bit longer than I was trying to go for, but yeah. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.